Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1909 shilling from the reign of King Edward VII, the coin you can see on screen now. I'll first go through the design of the coin and then move on to the facts and figures. So we can see here a crowned lion of England facing out of the coin, and stood above another crown, so there's two crowns and a lion, a very royal and regal English design. To the sides of the crown there is the date, 1909, of course the year the coin was struck. We then have a border surrounding the lion, separating the legend and the denomination. The denomination is there to the bottom, reading 1 shilling, giving the coin's value, and to the top there is the legend in abbreviated Latin, which reads Fid Def Ind Imp, or in English meaning Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India, in reference to the titles held by King Edward VII. Now then, moving on to the obverse, we'll see just him, as Edward VII is on the obverse, as we can see here. This is the only bust of Edward VII done for British coins, and it was done by George William de Saules, whose initials DLS for de Saules can be seen below the bust. The king faces to the right, with no crown and no laureate. Around him we can see a long Latin abbreviated legend again, this time reading Edwardus 7 de gra Brit om Rex, this time meaning in English, Edward VII, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons. Again, titles held by him as king, and referencing the fact that I believe back then that it was God himself who willed Edward VII to be the king of the country and the empire. And finally, the rim of the coin is milling, teeth or beads, to prevent it from being clipped. So there's the design, and we'll now move on to the facts and figures of the 1909 shilling, a coin minted at the Tower Hill Mint in London, where the Royal Mint was based, between 1810 to 1975. The coin is composed of 0.925 silver, so it is 92.5% pure, or known as sterling silver, for the purity and composition of this shilling. The weight of the shilling was set by George III in 1816 to a weight of 5.65 grams, which was never changed. Similarly, the diameter, again set in 1816 and never changed, at 23 millimeters, so a medium-sized coin. The mintage of this year is fairly low, with 5,666,982 being struck, so not a very massively scarce year, but a rarer year to find, a harder one to find. The shilling coin is a 12 pence piece, of course worth 1 shilling, which was 1/20th of a pound sterling, so there were 20 shillings to the pound. And back in 1909, 1 shilling is equal to £7.46 today, so somewhere in between having a £5 note or a £10 note and a shilling, about in the middle of that equivalent of buying power back in 1909. And the shilling was demonetised in 1909 after serving as a 5 pence piece for a while after decimalisation. Moving on to the value of the coin today for a collector, it will sell for around £15 in poor condition, around £40 in fine condition, £215 in extremely fine condition, and £435 in uncirculated grade. It's a very, very high price there for the rare, high-grade ones, but it's not too hard to find in a more worn grade, and so has an accessible price point of £15 for a poor grade, or collectors looking to do that, to get this coin with a low budget, Now then, please of course subscribe to the channel before you leave. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.